As My Planet ambassador, I'm doing this race to the South Pole to create awareness around climate change. I'm inviting you to do one thing. Nominate a beneficiary like EWT or WWF and do one thing, make a difference to conservation in South Africa.
Well, news is that the Norwegians have less than 60 kilometers to go to the South Pole, so we expect them to finish in less than a day's time. The Welsh are still more than 120 kilometers behind the Norwegians. Other news is that Team British Green have suffered a fractured arm to one of the participants. And with excellent spirit of camaraderie, Team SA have offered to share some of the British load on their own sleds and finish the race together with the British team. That is, you will agree, a splendid gesture. It makes you feel proudly South African. Team British Blue, two men, Mark Woods and James Mark, were united by a common drive and a common cause.
When I decided to take time out from work about 2 years ago, I was looking for an adventure, looking for something original, something unique, something that gave me time to pay back all the fortune that I've had from life so far.
I used to swim for Great Britain, so I went to 5 Paralympic Games and I won 12 Paralympic medals in total, so that was a former life, and I've been looking for something challenging to do, and this seems about the biggest challenge that I could think of.
Mark Woods, who dons a prosthetic leg, was in peak physical form and fantastically positive. They were off to a great start, and with great enthusiasm slotted into 3rd place. Until a severe case of pneumonia set in. It turned life-threatening, which led to Team British Blue to be pulled out of the race.
I didn't actually think I needed to withdraw from the race until the doctor told me I had to withdraw from the race. I didn't realise how serious it was. I knew I had a chest problem. I'd pushed myself on the 4th day to a point that, you know, I kind of collapsed when I got into the tent. The doctor subsequently told me that he didn't think I would have lived if they hadn't been driving by, which doesn't make me feel sad about myself.
Being part of a two-man team was not Mark's only concern. There were many people cheering him on, people he felt a responsibility to.
Because I'd spent all day thinking I was letting people down. I'd not been able to do this. I've been worried about my legs stopping me. And it's my lungs that have stopped me, which is crazy. And I've been thinking I've been letting people down. The worst way I could let them down would be not going home.
Of course, I'm bitterly disappointed, having put so much time, effort and desire into finishing the race well, and now not doing so is desperately disappointing. But again, you've got to weigh up the two sides of things. We're safe, we're sound, which is the most important thing, and there'll be other races.
I feel, and it's at two ends of the spectrum. Part of me is really disappointed. You know, we had a great opportunity to compete well. We were clearly capable of doing it. And so it's disappointing not to complete the race. The flip side is, I know I was really lucky. The fact that the doctor was going by when I was at my worst and managed to start treating me and managed to medevac me out was very lucky. So disappointed, yes. Relieved that I came out the other end as well.
Will Team British Blue one day return to Antarctica to finish what they started?
It definitely feels like unfinished business. You know, I spent months and months wondering whether I was capable of doing it, and then realised when I was there I was capable of doing it, and then feel as though I've had that pulled away from me through no fault of my own, you know, through just picking up some nasty bug. I don't know, ask me in a few months' time. Ask me when I've spoken to my wife.
We are thankful that Mark made it home safely, and we wish him well in his future adventures.